Hello and welcome to this episode of Sitecore in 300 Seconds Plus. My name is Atif Oner and I work as a solutions consultant at Sitecore. In this episode, I'm going to provide deeper insights into Sitecore's Experience Accelerator and showcase how it works. If you're interested in a shorter overview, please watch my 300 Seconds episode. Recapping on Sitecore's Experience Accelerator's overview. Sitecore Experience Accelerator, or in short SXA, is a great tool for customers looking to accelerate their time to market. With a drag and drop toolkit and a WYSIWYG editor that's fully customizable and extensible, the Experience Accelerator reduces build time for your websites. The accelerator provides reusable, templated UX layouts and components to help you get up and running quickly. Content teams can design, assemble, and deploy web content across channels with fewer development resources. And IT and implementation teams can be relieved of many page building responsibilities and can focus on the high impact requirements that usually get relegated to phase 2, such as personalization. In our overview video, we looked at some of the key benefits provided by Sitecore's Experience Accelerator. In this video, we'll deep dive into these areas and see SXA's powerful features in action. We'll start with an introduction to SXA tools and integrated UI, which creates a better experience for content authors when editing content and creating experiences. Then we'll have a look at how SXA helps with simplifying process of creating content from scratch and taking it through the publishing. We'll explore SXA's flexible and adaptable structure that helps businesses have less reliance on developers for page building activities and empower content authors on working on new ideas and enriching content. We'll also look into Sitecore's theming and creative processes support that helps businesses with brand consistency and allow front-end developers to work in parallel on the tools of their choosing. And lastly, we'll see how SXA enables easy content and design reuse within the platform. In the first demonstration on the key benefits of SXA, we will be seeing how use of Sitecore Experience Accelerator's features such as pre-built components and drag and drop functionality provide a better experience for content authors. So let's see it in action. For our first demonstration, we are looking at Sitecore's authoring interface called Experience Editor. This is an in-page editing experience where content authors will be able to interact with content and can easily see how the changes will affect the end user. Sitecore's Experience Accelerator enhances this editing experience by adding additional functionality such as ability to drag and drop components from the toolbox and also be able to apply configuration and presentation variations on the content to suit the requirements. Here we will find SXA toolbox that will allow content authors to select from range of components from simple text and images to more complex features such as videos and carousels. Adding new components to the page is a simple process. We can select or find a component from the toolbox and can drag it to the position on the page where we would like that component to go. Once the component is available on the page, we can select or create the content we want to use for this component. In our case here, we are picking up a content item that is already approved and available to be used. After content selection, we can configure the component based on our requirements and to suit our style guide. The process can be repeated for any type of content as required. All components in SXA offer built-in integration with Sitecore platform's powerful features such as personalization and A/B testing. This allows marketing teams to start utilizing this capability from day one and get the results right away instead of waiting on later development phases. To recap, in this demonstration, we saw SXA's support for better visual editing experience resembling familiar tools with drag and drop functionality. along with a large number of pre-built, ready-to-use components that support a variety of use cases and presentation variations via configuration, all with built-in support for Sitecore Platform's other powerful features such as personalization and content testing. With great editing experience, the process of creating new content in the system should also be simplified. In the next section, we'll see how SXA's simplified wizard-based page building architecture helps content authors to quickly assemble the pages and orchestrate the experiences. How content authors can also work with additional metadata on the pages for SEO purposes, and how SXA utilizes Sitecore Platform's powerful and flexible workflow system and provide content teams ability to push curated content from one single UI. So let's see SXA's simplified content creation in action. We are currently in an articles section of the website. My aim here is to create a new article. With Sitecore's visual editor, I can start this process using the Insert Page option in the Home menu. Sitecore Platform understands the context and access rights for me as a logged-in user and provides me the page types that I can work with in this context. In this case, I am allowed to create a new article page. Once I select the article page, Sitecore's Experience Accelerator checks the configuration associated with the page type, and this will result in a predefined template to be selected for the new page. Please note that all the page and template association and template design is based on the business requirements and easily configurable in the system. This templated page makes creation of new content very easy. Now, as a content author, I can start filling in the sections. We also understand that not all content is the same, and every now and then comes a requirement where we must take a different approach to present the content and enrich it with additional elements. This is where SXA's extensible design for pages is really helpful. So instead of designing a new type of template every time we have a change, we can just add additional elements to the page. We can also edit and access additional metadata of the pages via the UI to optimize our messaging. Once we are happy with our new content, we can push it to the next step in the workflow, such as for review or to publish. So in this part of the demonstration, we had a look at the simplified page building architecture supported by SXA. We also saw a fully configurable templated-based design that automatically gets associated with our content type on creation and easier management of page metadata. We were also able to push the content through to the next workflow steps from the same UI. Like variation requirements for content, sometimes we also face reasons to adopt a different design for the new or existing content. This could be because of the new product being launched or content has different set of requirements. This is usually where in conventional CMS systems, content teams have to rely on developers to provide new designs or updates to the template. With SXA, however, content teams do not have to rely on the development process to achieve these results. To make structuring pages easier, SXA provides a mechanism for creating page designs. In the next part of our demonstration, we'll be looking at how content teams can use this feature to adapt to their needs and business requirements, and even enrich individual content without impacting other areas of the site. We'll also see SXA support for keeping the content data and presentation separate to support flexible content structure. For this demonstration, we'll continue with the article that we created in the previous step. This time, we'll be applying a different page design to this page, and we'll also use SXA's page structure components to be able to change the page design without impacting any other content on the site. Before we apply a new design to this page, let's explore what design-related options we have in the Experience Accelerator tab in the main ribbon. On the ribbon under Page Designs, we can see the list of all available page designs for the site. This list highlights the current design selected. In this case, it is Sitecore Demo Article. Next to the page designs is another option named Partial Designs. Partial designs in SXA are like Lego blocks. A page design is a combination of multiple partials. This button also highlights what partial designs have been used in the associated page design. The next option of Site Page Design show all the associations between the content types and the designs in SXA. This is where we can update or add different mappings. So here it will be possible for me to change the article page association with Demo Article Design to any other design if I would want to. The last option, the Pick Page Design, is what we will be using to change the current page's design. Note that this will only impact the current page and not the other article pages. To pick a new design, I will click on the Pick Page Design button and select the new design from the drop-down list. Once selected, SXA will apply the new design to the page without any code changes required. Next up, we'll further enhance this page by using page structure components from the toolbox. We are going to divide a page section into two columns by using a splitter columns component. Once the selection is divided, we can then easily place two components side by side or use this space for further enhancement. Applying the design change and dividing page sections will not impact any other page on the site, and we can easily incorporate any changes we need without the need of deploying new code or any new design changes. Let's review the key value points from this demonstration. We saw that Sitecore's Experience Accelerator is able to provide a flexible and adaptable structure to support changing requirements. Page designs and template updates do not need to rely on developers and can be achieved via configuration. SXA supports Sitecore's separation of content from presentation, providing support for different layouts and presentations without the need for duplicating content. Brand consistency is very important for organizations. It is how they deliver the messages aligned with their values. When your content quality, quantity, or schedule isn't consistent, it can confuse your customers. Keeping with a regular strategy not only helps create a better customer experience, but it also helps build credibility, reputation, and brand trust. It is also very important that any change in the company values and alignment is reflected in all content and messaging. The SXA theming system plays an important role in the power of SXA. Theme engines help businesses define the look and feel of their websites and achieve brand consistency. Theming supports separation of site designs from site data, so branding on an existing site can be changed with little to no effort. Support for export and import of visual designs and functionality reduces time during development and help front-end developers use tools of their choice. So let's see Sitecore Experience Accelerator's theming in action. To demonstrate Sitecore themes, we'll be applying a theme change using the Themes option in Sitecore's Experience Accelerator tab. But before we jump to that, Let's see how SXA components support themes by keeping the separation between content and design. All components have a styling section where content authors can apply individual changes to these components. All styling options available here are targeted by the selected site theme of the website. So SXA makes it easier for content teams to apply a new theme that takes effect right away after selection. We can have many themes associated with the site, and content authors will be able to choose or update one selected theme. Let's apply a different theme to the site and see how all elements will start working with the newly selected theme without any code or markup updates. Sitecore's themes can also be exported along with the content using SXA's Creative Exchange tools. This export allows teams to generate a theme and a content package that can be used by the front-end developers to work on the style guide and front-end functionality. The updated styles and functionality then can be imported back into the system. SXA also provides command line interface to perform the same sync between Sitecore instances and the development or build environment. In this demonstration, we saw that Themes Engine helps businesses define the look and feel of their website. The Sitecore Experience Accelerator themes separate site designs from site data to support branding updates with little to no effort. Support for export and import of visual designs and functionality through Creative Exchange tooling helps reduce time during development and also help front-end developers use the tools of their choice. Another very important key benefit of Sitecore's Experience Accelerator is content and presentation sharing. This feature helps reduce effort in creation and maintenance of the content. In the last part of the demonstration, we'll explore how Sitecore Experience Accelerator enables content authors to reuse content, presentation elements, and style across sites and help minimize repetitive tasks from creation to publishing. For our content and presentation sharing demonstration, we are once again on our article page that we have created and modified throughout this session. We are now keen to change some content on the page, and the idea is to utilize and reuse some of the pre-approved, ready-to-use shared content from our global site. This way, global and lifestyle site will both be using the content that is created and maintained on the global site. This will reduce the time and effort for content authors, reviewers, and approver roles and reduce duplicated and redundant content on the site. To use the shared content, we are first going to make some adjustments on the page, showcasing how easy it is with SXA to remove and reorder content on the pages. Let's remove one of these promo components and move the other on the side. We could have easily replaced the content on one of these components by pointing the associated content field to the shared content. But as I mentioned, we are reordering some content on the page. Now, after adding a new promo component on the page, this time instead of picking up a local content from the site, we are selecting the shared content from global site. Now, any changes on this content item that get published on the global site will reflect on this page as well. With SXA, we can get beyond content and can also enable sharing of presentation elements where designs configured for one site can be utilized and reused by the other. Again, this way, any changes will automatically propagate through. This enables better control on your design language, and the content adheres to your style guides. Note that we have a recommended articles section below on the page, which is being inserted by the template. Our shared design will remove this part to showcase the change, but rest of the design is identical to the current design for the demo purposes. To do that, we are going to change the page design for this page again. But this time, we will be selecting a shared design that is managed in the global site. Let's pick the design change and see our changes to this page. Similar to the content and design, SXA also enables style sharing, where sites can pick elements of styles from other sites. However, the selected theme is going to control the look and feel of the current local site. In the final demonstration of Sitecore Experience Accelerator key benefits for today for your business, we explored SXA's capability to provide support for content and presentation sharing across sites, helping minimize repetitive tasks from creation to publishing, and easier management of brand guidelines via inbuilt support for design sharing. So, summarizing our session today, in this video, we have highlighted some key benefits of Sitecore's Experience Accelerator. To recap some of the takeaway points, SXA is a tool built and managed by Sitecore that supports faster time to market through pre-built, ready-to-use functionality and focusing on adding business value and not just the feature set. Simplified page architecture and enhanced user editing experience, less reliance on development resources on page building and more focus on high impact features while reducing risk, support for creative with themes to achieve brand consistency, an extensible framework and easier upgrade that supports content and presentation sharing. Thank you for watching this episode of Sitecore in 300 seconds plus. I hope this has given you insights into how Sitecore's Experience Accelerator works and what benefits it can bring to your business. If you would like to have a chat, please email me at atif.owner@sitecore.com.